Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.
To the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I am glad that you have taken the time to come up here and sit with us today. Well, right now it's not an us, it's just me. Our fearless leader, AJ, is not here today. He is handling some business, so he shall return next week. But you have me for today. So hopefully I do a good job, and hopefully I can answer your questions and make AJ proud to keep me on board. With that being said, I'm just trying to get everything straight to make sure that I can get your questions. So right now I don't have the ability to check AJ's Instagram or Facebook. So if you would, if you're on any of those platforms, do me a favor and come over to YouTube, either my YouTube, Sherman Andrew Lewis Jr., or Squeaky Clean LLC, or go to AJ's YouTube. It's going to be on any of those. So you should be able to ask all your questions there and kind of interact with me and help me keep going. I'm going to keep going until we stop having questions. I'll let you know now, I'm not the person to ask for bidding questions. That is not me. AJ is the expert on that. I'll do my best to give you kind of suggestions, but bidding questions, you want to make sure you definitely want to talk to AJ about that one. I'm still trying to get mine right, to be honest. All right. So let's kind of roll, get started, trying to see if there's some questions. Let me know where you guys are at, where you're watching from. If you have a cleaning business, shout out your cleaning business. We'll put it up here and shout out your cleaning business name and everything. And then also, if you have questions, definitely let us know, or let me know what questions you have. So let's go ahead. I'm going to hit the chat right now and see what we have, and then we can get started. And like I said, I'm just going to keep going until I run out of stuff to talk about or we run out of questions. So you guys will determine how long I'll be up here. So let's rock and roll. Okay, let's start off with the first one from Battle Rap Fan. Okay, I'm looking into starting my own cleaning business. Well, awesome. You're in the absolute perfect place to be. If you're starting your cleaning business, no matter what stage of the cleaning business you are in, coming here to the cleaning business automations, which is what we're kind of focusing on. But if you're just starting, getting into Clean Biz Network will definitely help you out tremendously. It helped me when I was getting out of the military to start my cleaning business, and it made it, I would like to say, a seamless process. It would have been seamless if I had done what I was supposed to do. And if I had done what he told us to do the way that he told us to do it, it would have been seamless for the most part. I had my ups and downs, but it definitely helped me get my business started. So I appreciate you joining. If you have any questions, definitely hit us up. But like I said, this one is mainly for automations, but if we can help you with, the questions for starting your cleaning business and stuff like that, definitely put it in the chat. Okay. Appreciate you again. All right. Next one we have is Assured Comfort Cleaning. Assured, we appreciate you. You're always on here, and we appreciate the support. She says, hello, everyone. Hopefully things are going well with you. I saw some posts that you made in the group So keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. The next one is from Nia DTX. Dallas, Texas. Awesome. ProSphere Commercial Cleaning. You're in CBN also, aren't you? I believe I remember seeing you. Well, welcome. If I haven't welcomed you already, welcome to the group. Hopefully things are going well. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the group by all means. And hopefully as a matter of fact, I think you just recently asked a question. If it wasn't answered in a group, do me a favor, put it in this chat. And I know I didn't get a chance to get to it, but if no one answered you, just kind of put it in the chat. And if I can answer or help it anyway, I'll go ahead and say it here. Okay. Battle Rap fan, how much do you need to start a cleaning business? That's it depends on your area and what you're trying to do. To start to kind of file your LLC is anywhere from, I think it's like $125, and in some states it kind of goes up from there. I think I've heard as high as like $2 something, but just to get your LLC, it's right around like $125 to $200 to get that. That's to get the LLC, but to start and kind of get moving, that's subjective, really. It's you can get supplies from pretty much anywhere, starting off. You don't have to kind of get everything. You don't have to get all the big machines and all the fancy vacuum cleaners and all that other stuff. You can start off small and kind of build from there. That's basically what I did when I was getting out. When I got an account, every time I got paid from that account, I would take that money, reinvest it back into the business. So I would pay the people that worked with me. Mainly it was me, my daughter, and my fiance. And then from whatever was left over, I would go into, any type of advertisement. If I'm making flyers or anything like that, I'd put that into it. I would go buy supplies. I would buy new equipment. So I would just keep adding on each time. You don't have to have, thousands and thousands of dollars to start off small. The way that I look at it is it's more so of a marathon and not a sprint. A lot of people want to start off big and think you have to have, all this, funding and all this other stuff to start your cleaning business, when you really don't. It's, slow and steady wins the race. Just pace yourself, gradually build and grow, and you don't have to go into debt trying to start a business. So that's just my 2 cents. Exercise Guru, favor cleaning services. All right, Exercise Guru, and you're from Tennessee. Awesome. From Tennessee. Awesome. What part of Tennessee? We have William Wade, who's I think he's in Nashville, Tennessee. William Wade is a CBN member, and he's doing his own thing also. So definitely check him out. Hopefully, if you're not in Clean Biz Network, jump in to the group. You get a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information in the Clean Biz Network. Even to the point that, even if it's just you want to kind of shoot some ideas out there, you get into our Facebook group. So many people are in there kind of helping and supporting you any way that they can to kind of help you with your journey in the cleaning business industry. It's definitely a village, a family, and we, like to help people as much as possible, but a lot of times, sometimes we get busy and then we kind of get into the Facebook group, kind of see what people have posted. And sometimes we don't get to them, always in a timely manner, just because, people are out there grinding. But definitely put that, your questions in the group on this chat or anything like that, and we'll get to it as quickly as possible. Hopefully things are going for you. How long have you been in business? How's it going for you? Let me know in the chat. Assured Combat Cleaning. All right. I'm sorry, Comfort Cleaning. Assured. I was thinking of Combat Cleaning here in Columbia, but Assured Comfort Cleaning. Checking in from Florence, Alabama. Awesome. I used to be stationed down in that area. Exercise Guru. How much should I charge for a window cleaning and commercial? So, all right. So you didn't hear me when I first said I am not the person to ask for bidding. That is not me. I can give you kind of a guesstimation. For windows, I think it's right around, $5 to $7 a window, but it really depends. If you're talking about, a commercial building, it can range. It really can from, $5, $7 maybe. And I've seen as high as like $10 to $15, depending on the size of the windows. Off the top of my head, I don't know, and I would have to look it up because I really don't do windows. I usually subcontract that out, so I'm not the person for that. But like I said, if you're not in Clean Biz Network, get into the group. What I'll do is, for those of you that aren't in CBN and you're interested, I'll put in a 30-day free trial that you can get into Clean Biz Network. Kind of look at it, check it out, see what we're about, ask your questions and stuff like that, and see how beneficial it is to you. I promise you'll love it once you're in there. All right, next question. What do we have? We have Darian Turner. What's going on, Darian? EJS Cleanings from Kentucky. Glad you could join us. Appreciate it. Please, if you have any questions about automations, let me know. Nia, are you in a new office? Your background is different. Not an office. It's actually kind of a studio. I don't even want to say a studio because that sounds bougie, but it's an area in my man cave that I have that I created just for videos, and I'm starting to do my videos here. So I appreciate you noticing that. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it's not too blurred out or anything like that. I'm still working. I'm not as smooth as AJ and the rest of them are just yet, but I'm getting there. I'm on my way. But thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Vacation style cleaning. Let me put my glasses on. I'm sitting here straining, trying to read this. Vacations style cleaning. Hello, Kim from Orlando, Florida. Vacation ready cleaning service. Awesome. 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 Are you in CBN? Looks familiar. I don't know. So how's business going for you? Let me know how it's going for you. If you have any questions specific to automations, I'm definitely here to help. Like I was saying earlier, bidding is not my thing. AJ is the guru on that, and some other people in the group. But if you want to talk about automations, definitely put your questions in the chat. We're getting close to the end, and I'm going to start talking about what I'm going to talk about. But we'll see where you guys take me, and that'll determine what I talk about. So Exercise Guru says, this is Gloria, the CEO of Favor Cleaning Services. And I want to ask, how much should I charge for a window cleaning in commercial cleaning? Like I said before, I subcontract my window cleaning out. So if you're doing window cleanings, you can look it up. If you're in CBN, there's a calculator that you can put in the number of windows and stuff like that, and it'll give you a number to how much to charge. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I just know when I was doing it, and this was a few years ago before I started subcontracting it out, is about $5 to $7 and sometimes $10 a window. And that's inside and out. So I would just check and see, just check in the CBN, or you can look it up online, or shoot AJ a message or somebody in the Clean Biz Network if you're not in it. I'm sorry, if you're in it, and they can give you a better answer. I don't do that myself, so I subcontract it out. Darian Turner, have you tried out the AI employee? And if so, what do you think about it? So the AI employee, so Darian, are you talking about the trainer for the cold caller? If that's what you're talking about, I actually tried it out for the first time last night. It was pretty cool. And the crazy thing is, I hate cold calling, which is why I have a virtual assistant to do my cold calling. I hate cold calling. So I kind of got an anxiety, and I'm being transparent. I kind of got a little anxiety because I was like, man, I'm about to make a call. Then I had to tell myself, you're talking to an AI, so chill out, relax. This is just practice. So I went in and I did it. It was really, really cool. It gives you a script to kind of follow. And depending on what your response is in that script, the AI will respond a certain way. And the goal is to get the AI to schedule you, or to request a schedule for a walkthrough. Because I'm not good at it, I didn't get it because I missed a part, because people have in their scripts, okay, this is what you say. But what a lot of people don't do, which is what AJ and the automations and Map Leads does, it gives you responses to the objections that a lot of people have. So a lot of people will say, okay, well, you expect, okay, I'm a call. Can we offer you cleaning services for your cleaning business? Why, yes, you can. As a matter of fact, we are in the market for a cleaning company. Can you come in today, tomorrow, at this time? That's a perfect scenario. That's not what's going to happen. For the most part, they're either going to say, well, we have a cleaning company. We're happy with the cleaning company we have. We clean in-house, and stuff like that, or we're not in the market for it. There are responses to those that we have to prepare for, so that you can keep the conversation going, because the goal is to get to the gatekeeper to find out who the person is responsible for hiring a cleaning company, because the person that you're talking to is 9 times out of 10 not the person that is responsible for hiring the cleaning company. So you don't want to talk to them anyway. You want to get to the person who is responsible for it. So you have to find out who that person is. So you've got to get past that gatekeeper. So being able to come up with ways of making the conversation not seem so salesy, just make them feel like, basically you're doing them a favor. Hey, and that you're not like really dying to get, I don't want to say that. Let's say that. Just a lot of people, in my experience, if you seem like you're not busy and you don't have other things going on, they won't look at you as a reputable company, right? So a lot of times when I'm doing any type of sales pitch, I don't make it seem like I need them in order to survive, right? I make it seem like I am here to help them solve whatever pain points or issues that they have. I make them feel like they really, really need me, not that I really, really need them. And I've noticed that in doing that, in those scenarios, a lot of people look at me like, wow, okay, well, maybe this is somebody I really want to talk to, because if they're really that busy and they have that much going on, maybe that's who I want to go with, because they're experienced. And that's just my kind of 2 cents on that. But with this AI trainer, it's absolutely it's really, really good. You just have to be ready for the responses. And like I said, the script is there, what you need to say. What it does is it gets you used to that repetitive response to whatever it is that they say. And you can use that for yourself. You can use it for your cold callers, your virtual assistant, or anything like that. And then at the end of it, what it does is it gives you, and I think AJ, he actually did a demo of it last week. What it does is it gives you a rating at the bottom. And I didn't expect that. I forgot all about the rating. I was like, oh man, I got like a 3 out of 5. I was like, man, that's why I hire people to do it. So that was a little longer than expected, but there you go. All right, let's see where we are in the questions. See, did we answer this one? Yes. Darian. So I just answered Darian's. We have Aging Beauty 80. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I did. Okay, awesome. Cool. You all answered. Okay, so I answered it. Okay, we answered your questions. All right, appreciate it. So Jira Latrice, ATL, Heart of Soul Cleaning. Awesome. Just getting started. Jira Latrice, were you the one that asked about subcontracting in Atlanta? And then we told you about Katrina Johnson, who's down there in Atlanta. And if so, did you reach out? How did it go? Give me a heads up. Let us know an update on how everything went. Kenya Lou, hi, I sent you an email. I had problems getting signed in on CBN app. Can you help me, please? You didn't. I don't think you sent me an email. I'm not the one for that. I think it's support@CleanBiz. I would have to look it up. But if you go into the group, you can click support and send them an email, and they'll help you. That wouldn't be me. But I hope you get your issue fixed. If it's something simple, just put it in a group, put a message. Like I said, email support@CleanBiz, whatever that is. I never use it, so I don't really know it off the top of my head. Do that, or put it in a group in a post and tag AJ tag AJ, and he'll help you out. All right. Sorry, I'm not a master of that stuff. I'm strictly automation. So, all right. So Nia says, what does the automation program cover as far as cold callers? I'm so over the vetting process. It's getting repetitive. Okay. So I would like to know what issues you're having with the vetting process. So with the automations program, what it does is it teaches you how to hire overseas cold callers, right? And I've added some things that I use, some kind of let me rephrase that. So it does teach you how to not necessarily vet, but it teaches you how to go through the process of putting out the posts, onboarding them into your business. The one thing that I try to emphasize with a lot of people, let me take this off because it's like covering my face altogether. With a lot of people is that when you're bringing on your cold callers or virtual assistants or a combination of that, before you even start that process, you need to know what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, and when you want them to do it. When they come on, you're bringing them on and you're interviewing them and you're trying to find out what their experience is. But the thing is, their experience is their experience with other companies, with other owners in other fields, not necessarily the cleaning business, right? So doing cold calls for the cleaning business is not the same as doing a cold call for real estate or health insurance or anything like that. So you have to train them to do what you want them to do and how you want them to do it. The way that I have it set up is I have systems. I would like to say for everything, but I'm finding out it's not everything, and I'm learning as I go. But what I do is, when it comes to, for instance, the CRM, using the CRM, I have a step-by-step checklist on how to do everything in the CRM that I need them to do. And they're able to follow that step by step. So when they start off, their first few days, they're learning my processes. They're learning how to do everything. And they're learning how I like it done, right? And then with that, I'm giving them feedback on, okay, well, yeah, this is good. This is how you do this part. And this part, I want you to kind of focus on making sure you update the notes, update any contact information. You're giving them the walkthrough on how you want things done. If they're not doing the things the way that you want them to do, you have to look at the process that you have instilled or that you have in place to train them. You have to train your cold callers to be your cold callers. They've been, like I said, they've been cold callers for everybody else. So what I do is when I'm doing my interviews, and I don't know if I have any on my YouTube station. I think I may have taken them down, and I'm keeping them strictly for people in automations. But what I do is I record all of my interviews, right? All of my interviews are Zoom recorded, and they know that when they start off. And when I talk to them, the two things that I absolutely do, right? I give them a scenario and they're going to cold call me, right? And I'm going to see how they respond to the different responses or the different things that I say to them when they're trying to make a call, right? This is going to tell you how they react. This is going to tell you how quickly they can think under pressure, right? The other thing that I do, especially if you're doing an overseas cold caller, is, and this is a trick. This is, a lot of people don't know to do this if they haven't been doing cold callers for a while, but have them send you a screenshot of their internet speed, right? Because a lot of times overseas, the connection may not be good, right? So their connection goes in and out. So you want to know, one, that they have a desktop or a laptop or something like that. And you want to know that they have strong internet speed, right? And I got that trick from Tony Williams, who's also in CBN. He's great when it comes to, ingenious ideas and thought processes when it comes to hiring and supervising, managing, and stuff like that. Just the business as a whole. He's awesome. So he gave me that gem, and I use it to this day. So I always check with everybody that I'm doing interviews with, what is your internet speed? And I give them a call scenario, and see how they do it. That helps. And then when you bring them on, and I don't want to get too long into this specific I guess I could, but I didn't really want to get too long on one specific topic. But then what you do is when you first start them off, it's a trial period. My people are on 45-day trial period, right? And in that trial period, I'm nurturing them and getting them to where I need them to be, right? So, and then once they get to that point, once they get to that 45-day point that they've been working for me, then by that point, I reevaluate and decide if I'm gonna keep them or not, right? So those are some things that you can put into place to kind of help you vet. Hopefully that answers your question. Make sure I didn't go too far. Okay, and Exercise Guru Murfreesboro. Where is that? I've seen that before. I can't remember where. I've seen that before. Okay, cool. Kenya Law, ATL, Posh Lady Cleaning LLC. Welcome, welcome, welcome. DJ The Boss. Oh, wow. DJ The Boss. What's going on, brother? I appreciate you taking the time to come in and watch. I watch a lot of your videos, man. You're killing it as normal. I love what you're doing. That new studio you have is banging. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate all the knowledge that you're giving us, man. And hey, are you going to be at the next conference? You definitely got to be there, man. We would love to have you there. All right, vacation style cleaning. Yes, I'm in CBN. Business is going great. I want to know what is the best automation system I can use. Okay, you got to be more specific. What do you mean automation system that you can use? I would say personally is the CBN automation system, but I think you're trying to be a little bit, I think you want more specific so just kind of let me know what you're talking about and I can go from there. But like I said, I use CBN. I have a lot of different automations and workflows. As a matter of fact, a little while ago, I created an automation. And sometimes I found out that I create automations and I forget that I created them. And then when something happens, I'm like, how did that happen? Then I realize or remember, oh, wow, I created that automations. But this automation gave me a notification that somebody had opened a proposal that I had sent to them. And they opened it multiple times today. So knowing that they opened it multiple times, that means they're reviewing it. And right now they're trying to decide on who they're going to go with. So what I normally do is when that happens, I shoot them a message or I give them a call, not stalking, but I know that they're looking at it at that point. So I wait a little bit. I say, hey, I'm just reaching out, see if you had any questions about the proposal that I sent. I know that we sent it a few days ago, but I just want to see if you had any questions, anything I can kind of clear up or anything that we need to adjust in your scope of work. And I just leave it at that, right? And that usually promotes, a more extended conversation. They may have questions about something like that because a lot of times they don't really want to call. They want to look in your proposal and be able to answer all the questions that they have right in that proposal. But if you don't have all that stuff in there, you need to know, hey, they're looking at it now. Is there anything that I can kind of, clear up? So that's just what I do. It may be more work than I should be doing, but that's what I do. All right, so let's see, where are we? We just answered that one. But yeah, vacation style cleaning, kind of be a little bit more specific so I can better answer that question for you. Ron Reed, what's going on, brother? What's good? Just tapping in for a moment. If you've mentioned it, my apologies. Is there a date for the next boot camp? There is, I think, an unofficial date. He sent me a message. Let me check real quick. We're talking about having another boot camp on, and this is tentative, April 23rd through the 25th, April 23rd to the 25th. But more to follow on that. So just go ahead, do me a favor. This is what I do when I get any dates or anything like that. Put that in your calendar right now and put tentatively, and then you'll know to, kind of confirm later on. But probably this week, I'm sure he's going to be speaking more of it because right now that's about a month out. So I'm sure he's going to post something about that next boot camp. Hopefully we'll see you there. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you guys are doing well with the questions. I appreciate it. Gerald Latrice, yes, that was me. I reached out to her twice, no response. Keep reaching out, Gerald Latrice. I know she's busy. She's just kind of getting down there, I think, the last few months. So she's probably got a lot going on, but still reach out. I know she's definitely looking for people, for subcontractors, because she's new to that area. So good luck with you. Or good luck to you. Next one. All right, Nia. So the CRM costs add up, as does everything. But let's keep reading. I now have them use their own dialers and monitor the calls. Thanks for the tips. I'm still pushing for that conversion. Okay. So the CRM costs add up. I now have them use their own dollars. Oh, okay. I got you with the phone calls. Yeah, it does. Whoa, how many calls are you doing a day? Well, not a day, but within a month. Must be a lot. So yeah, it does add up, but it's really, really small. It's really it's like change. But I guess if you're doing, hundreds of calls, then I guess it can add up. But I guess that's smart. If they have their own dollars, yeah, hey, that's definitely a workaround. Okay, and you monitor the calls. So if they're using their dollars, I'm curious to know how you're monitoring their calls if they're using their own dollars. So let me know how you're doing that. I'm curious. Thanks for the tips. I'm still pushing for that conversion. What conversion? Okay. All right, cool. Next one, DJ. Oh, okay. You're talking to DJ the boss. All right, cool. Next one. I'm there. Much love. All right, cool. So DJ is going to be there. Can't wait to see you, brother. All right. Okay. I require 100 plus calls a day, 5 days a week. Wow. Yeah, that's going to add up. True statement. But good. Hopefully you're getting some. So here's the thing. You're doing a lot of calls, right? 100 calls a day, 5 days a week. Are you getting walkthroughs from that? And if you're getting walkthroughs from that, do you know the kind of the conversion? How many calls does it take for you to get one walkthrough, right? And then after you realize how many calls it takes to get one walkthrough, after you get the walkthrough, how many of those accounts do you get? And then you kind of weigh it and see, is it worth it doing it that way? Does that work? Because once you get the accounts will pay for the calls, right? Because you're taking the money that you're getting from your business, from those accounts, and you're reinvesting it back into your business to grow it and scale it. I'm not sure, what level you are, where you are in your business, what you guys are doing, but especially starting off, you reinvest back into your business, and then the business ends up paying for itself. Just my 2 cents again. I'm giving a lot of 2 cents. All right. I log into their, so I log into their systems, my cold caller now using the Zoom. Zoom dialer. There's a Zoom. Okay. You're teaching me something. Zoom dialer. Okay. So I'm gonna have to look into that. I did not realize Zoom had a dialer. I wonder if it's something that I'm already paying for because I pay for my Zoom. But anyway, that's cool. More? Okay, so no, this is my 4th cold caller, really starting to waste money, about to look into ADs. I don't know what it is. Not sure what that is. But okay, but yeah, your 4th cold caller. So is that all that they do? All they do is cold calls? With mine, I tried to do that, and I realized that kind of started burning them out. So I have 2 virtual assistants. I have one that's strictly social media. So that person handles all my social media posts. They handle updating and editing videos. They're working on my website, my landing pages, email campaigns, stuff like that. So strictly things that deal with the social media aspect of it. And then I have an executive, I call him an executive or administrative virtual assistant. And he does cold calls, but that's not all he does. He does anything administrative that I need him to do, whether it be to review bid requests, schedule appointments for me to make sure my schedule doesn't kind of conflict with other things that I have going on, which the CRM ensures that doesn't happen, but I kind of have him do that also. Sometimes answer emails. Like I said, he does do cold calling. He does different documents and responses and all kinds of stuff for me, in addition to the cold calling, because what I've learned is doing calls upon calls upon calls every day in this business kind of gets discouraging because you get so many no's before you get your first yes or before you get any yeses. So I kind of spread it out and have them do multiple things as opposed to just that. How many? I think you said you had what, 4, or this is your 4th? No, this is my 4th cold caller. Okay, so this is your 4th one, and that one person does 100 plus calls a day. Okay, and then you were saying that you're looking into Google Ads. Okay, I hear Google Ads are good. I tried it once. I'm not an expert at Google Ads, so I don't use it. I don't mess with stuff that I don't really know how to use or at least have an understanding. Definitely do your research on it. There's a technique to it. So I'm sure you're doing your research to figure out how to make it more beneficial for you. But definitely, if Google Ads works, go for it. I think I skipped one. Let's go to Gerald Latrice. I don't post about my business on my personal Facebook page. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because I'm enjoying building in silence. Oh, I have a business Facebook and IG. Do you recommend doing that, not posting on your personal page? I do, to a point. For the most part, in the beginning, I didn't have it separate, right? Let me take this off because it's covering it. In the beginning, I didn't have it separate. Then later on, I created separate pages. So I have a personal page, and then I have a squeaky clean page, and then I have a Clean Success Academy page, right? And I make them all separate. Now, every now and again, there may be things on my personal page that's actually business related because the amount of people or followers that I have on my personal side is more than, or I'm sorry, they're more engaged, or they kind of engage more. And I sometimes have people share stuff to get more of a reach. So it can help. But yeah, it's good to separate it, especially if you're familiar with AJ's Get Paid to Be You. If you can separate it and keep business and personal, and go that route. But definitely look into AJ's Get Paid to Be You course. That's awesome. I'm in that also. I think I'm in everything he has, to be honest. But let's keep going. All right. So DJ says, if you're not good at cold calling, it's going to be difficult to train them. True statement. Every marketing method has pitfalls, especially good Google Ads. And I agree. Like I said, I'm not a master at Google Ads or anything like that. So I don't mess with stuff I'm not kind of educated on, and I don't have an understanding of how to use. But yeah, cold calling, if you're not good at it, yeah, it's going to be difficult to train. But you have ways of, you can come here with the trainer, AI trainer that AJ has in the CRM, the map leads. That helps. It can help practicing, just practicing different scenarios and different responses, like I said, which the AI trainer does, helps out a lot. It definitely helps out a lot. But yeah, it will be difficult to do if you're not good at cold calling. So you may want to get into thinking about maybe somebody that's into sales, like somebody who's really good at it that's in the group is Brandon Orr. Brandon Orr is a genius when it comes to sales calls and stuff like that. Check him out because I think he's actually done some videos and stuff like that. I'm not sure, either on his page or in the group, in the Clean Biz group, where he actually does calls, or he has done calls, and AJ has done calls also. Just kind of learning practice, and I would say it, people say it wrong. Well, they say it this way, but it's wrong. People say practice makes perfect when practice doesn't necessarily make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Because if you think about it, if you practice something wrong over and over again, that doesn't make it perfect. That means you practice it wrong and you're going to get it wrong. You have to practice it. You have to correct it and practice it perfectly. That makes perfect. Not practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. That's just my idea, my thought. All right, moving on. Man, you guys have a lot right now. I appreciate it. This makes it easy. So at Darian, look for a call. Okay, so Darian, Trevino's going to give you a call if you haven't seen it. All right, Latrice, thank you. I'm in Get Paid to Be You too. So that's why you did it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, definitely split it up if you can. It's all about branding yourself. Okay, so I think that's all the questions we have. So what I'll say is this was mainly kind of to talk about automation. So I'm gonna give my little 2 cents when it comes to automations, right? When it comes to automations, sorry, let me cut this off. When it comes to automations, sometimes people don't really understand what automations is, right? And how it benefits you, right? So if you think about it, automations is basically a way of having tasks and stuff done automatically without you putting forth any extra effort into making that task get accomplished, right? So for instance, an example of an automation is say you have recurring invoices, right? You have a system set up where on a certain day, because the invoices are going to be the same, they're going to be paid out on the same day of the month or the same day of the week, you have it automatically going or being sent to the client, right? That's an automations, okay? Having a cold caller make your calls and then putting it into your calendar through your CRM and scheduling those walkthroughs and stuff like that is a form of automations, right? Knowing that you sent out a proposal and that the client, a potential client, has viewed that proposal, that's an automations, right? There are so many things that you can automate within your business to make your growth and your kind of your leveling up a lot smoother and easier. Because if you think about it, is when we all got into this business, right? We got in because, okay, we wanted to bring in some extra money. We wanted to, build wealth, whatever it was. But we all knew that for the most part, when you come in, you're going to be the one cleaning, right? So I say this all the time. You only get 24 hours in a day. If you get the same 24 hours as Bill Gates and Elon Musk and all these other people that are rich, what makes them different than you, right? What makes their climb to success any different from your climb to success? Because y'all have the same amount of time, right? So being able to use that time wisely and to focus on building your business is why automations is extremely important. Because without automations, you don't have the time to build your business because you're working in your business. You're doing everything. You're the CEO, you're the sales rep, you're the cleaner, you're, the marketing person, you're everything. You're the accountant. You're all this stuff. And then you got to network. You have to do all this stuff and try to get the accounts. When do you have the time to do that, right? You don't. 24 hours runs out really, really quickly. And when that 24 hours is gone, guess what? It's gone. You get another one, hopefully, God willing, but it's gone. So how did you use that time wisely? How did you use that time wisely to build your business? It's hard because you're working in your business. You have to get to the point where you're working on your business. And in order to do that, you have to automate it. The whole thing doesn't have to be automated. We think, okay, everything's automated. I'm going to sit back and, I can sit back and let it work itself. No, you still are going to have to do things. Automate one thing at a time. Make something, delegate that to somebody else, something else that can happen without you having to do it. Now, that time that you were using to accomplish that task, you can use that time to do something else in your business, right? That's where automations comes into play. And like I said, I had this person, I had a workflow created to let me know when people view the proposal. That makes my life easier. I don't have to keep going back into the CRM, going to the proposal, clicking on the history of the proposal to see if they even viewed it. Wasting time doing that. When I can get a message, I'll automatically know when it's going to happen. All right. When I'm onboarding people, because I have to, one of my accounts, the cleaner needs to let it go. So I have to put somebody else in that account. Right. So normally I would stress over that, but I don't have to stress anymore because my process, my onboarding process is pretty good, right? Well, it's pretty good. It's not perfect. I have some glitches that I need to fix, but it's good. I don't have to stress because I know all I have to do is put out the post to the subcontractors that I have on call, right? So now I know, all right, so this person doesn't want, this person can't do it. I'm gonna go to my list of subcontractors because I've already done my interviews with them. They're in my docket of people that I can reach out to possibly take over this account. All I have to do is bring them on board. Hey, this is the account. I'll send them a link to all the information in the account for the account. So the link that I sends them the account location. It sends them pictures of the account. It sends them the amount that I'm paying out for the account, when they're going to get paid, the work hours, the frequency, and all this other stuff that they need to have the account cleaned by. Everything's in there. And I also, within that information that I send them videos on how to log into certain software that I have them use in order to let me know that the job is getting accomplished. So I have all that stuff automated. So all I have to do is press a button and send it to them, right? So when that happens, they let me know if they're interested. Then I just schedule them. And then we see if they're a good fit for the job. And I already have the person that's leaving the job that's going to help train them for the job, because she's one of my best cleaners. She just can't do that specific account anymore. So she's going to help train that person. Of course, I'm going to have somebody there to kind of look over it, but she's going to help train that, not really train that person, but show them what needs to be done, even though I have a scope of work in what I send them. So that's automated. So I don't have to be there, right? That's how you automate your business. And there's so many other things that you can do to kind of make this a lot easier, and to make growing and leveling up your business so much easier, because you're not the one doing all the cleaning. Like right now, today is what, Tuesday? Tuesday, I have 6 jobs going on. Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 today. One's going on right now. I got 2 more later on. I forget, to be honest. And I'm not saying this to brag, but what I'm saying is I started off cleaning the apartments, right? You know, with my daughter and my fiance, and then cleaning all the other stuff. I was doing that, right? And I was still in the military. I was getting out. And then when I got out, I was doing the cleans. Tired as hell, right? And I was like, man, I need more accounts. Well, I can't get more accounts because I'm cleaning, right? I need more people. I can't get more people because I'm cleaning, right? So you have to get to the point where you have to back away, bring people in. So you have to bid well enough to be able to pay people to do the job, first of all. So that goes into making sure you know your numbers and not underbidding, but being able to put people in those positions, give them a percentage of that job, and then you keep what's left over, put it back into the business, and keep growing it. You just got to automate it, and that's how you grow and you level up. All right, let me keep going. Let's see. We have more responses. I think, okay, I got that one. Darian, anytime to Trevino. Okay. Darian says, if you don't have okay, they're talking to themselves. I mean, each other. All right. The Bat Mom, what's going on? Hello, everyone. And the Great Tom says, yes, sir. Let's go. What's going on? Appreciate you guys. All right. We're at 252. That's pretty much all I have. If you guys have any questions, and I think I was supposed to put in the free trial to CBN if you're not in CBN. So let me go ahead and get that. I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys that aren't in it. That way you can kind of see what this is about, what, Clean Biz Network has to offer. But like I said, what this live is more so about automations, automating your business, learning, how to level up and grow your cleaning business. So what I'll do is I'm going to put, as soon as it comes up on my screen, boom, and I'll put that in there. I'll also put in the automations, the link to the automations. And then we'll go from there. Trying to multitask. I used to be able to do that when I was in the military, but when I got out, that's the boot camp. My multitasking went down the drain, so I apologize. Okay, so nope, that's not it. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I want to kind of make sure I got everybody's questions, and then I'm going to put it in the chat, and then you guys will be good to go. Let's see. Bat Mom says, how long did it take you to get the automations ready? Okay, so it's different for me than it would be for you if you were in the automations. And I say that for this reason. When I was in the automations, when AJ brought it out and stuff like that, all the stuff that's in the automations now and the workflows and automations to kind of get you started, AJ had some kind of starter stuff in there, but there was so much more that you had to learn that wasn't in it at that time. So I learned a lot of it through trial and error. And then I kind of shared it with AJ, which is why he brought me on board to kind of help out with the automations course. So it took me a little bit longer. It took me a lot longer than it's going to take you, because you have us now, and we're a lot more experienced and educated on how to do workflows, how to automate everything, because everything I made it when I was doing it and I made it specific to my business. And then in turn, some of the stuff that I found and then some of the stuff that AJ figured out, we put together and made it so that it would be a smooth kind of transition for the cleaning business industry. I don't think I see a lot of, I forget that part. I don't say about, but anyway, it won't take you as long because you have us. Especially if you're in automations, we will give you the automations that you need, put it directly into your account. We have the boot camps that are going on. Like I was telling Mr. Reed, Ron Reed, there's a tentative boot camp coming up April 23rd through the 25th, which we walk you through all of the automations. Anything that you have in reference to automations, we'll walk you through it. The last boot camp, even though we had people that signed up for it, everybody didn't actually come to the live session. So there was one person in there. We went in there and actually real time helped change everything that he needed changed in his automations, in his CRM. So he was able to hit the ground running because we just went ahead and just updated his account and put the information in there, made it specific to his business and put in all his information, and he was able to rock and roll. So like I said, you have us. It won't take you that long. Just because we've already done the footwork to kind of help you out. Next one, DJ, happy Tuesday, everyone. Great info. Appreciate you. Do me a favor. I'm not really looking at the live or the YouTube or anything, but if it was good for you, if this was good information, do us a favor and like it so that it can, the algorithm stuff, so people can see it, and hopefully we can help somebody else. So definitely like the live, like the YouTube. If you're on Facebook or any of the other ones, to definitely like and share, because there may be somebody that's in your circle of friends that may need this information. So we'll definitely want to get it out. All right. Appreciate you, Trevino. Hey, we gotta hook up soon. We definitely got to hook up. You're not far away from me. Appreciate you. All right. The Bat Mom. I just don't have the time, but it needs to be done. I've been dreading it, honestly. Yeah, you don't have the time because you don't have automations. See what I did there? You don't have the time because you don't have automations. Once you get automations, I promise you, you have the time. And I'm not showing off again, but I'm here at 3:00 in the afternoon doing a live. I haven't done anything all day other than run my mom around, run some errands. I haven't done anything business related all day. Well, I talked to my virtual assistant, but hands-on, I haven't done it because a lot of the stuff is automated. Went to New York last weekend, just on a whim because we had to do some things because my business is automated and I have things in place. You too can be there. We show you how to do it. It's the blueprint is there for you. You just have to grab hold of it. And yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice some time to kind of get some understanding of it. But once you do it, once you do that initial investment in that time, I promise you it's going to be worth it. It really is. Thank you. I appreciate you interacting with me. It made this a lot easier. So Aaron's Boggs, I think I got it right. Hey, bro, for my business license, got a large supply of cleaning equipment and vacuum from a friend and got cards on the way. Easiest way to get a client. The easiest way? There's not really an easy way. I wouldn't call them easy. But there are multiple ways you can do it. You can cold call, go on Google, get an area, a list of businesses in a certain area, and just start making calls, letting them know that you're in their area, you're a cleaning business, and you're offering your services. So you want to ask them if you could give them a walkthrough or free consultation to see how much it would cost to have cleaning services. Or you can, if not cold call, go door to door. Go door to door, make sure you look professional and presentable. Go to whatever business that you feel that you want to try to get. Go knock on a door, go in, talk to somebody, see who's responsible for cleaning services, see if you can talk to that person. And you just give them your business cards or flyers or whatever you may have. Go face to face, do that, or email. If you can get their email addresses, send them an email, letting them know who you are, what services you offer, and then see if you can offer them a free consultation to do a walkthrough to see how much services will cost. So I don't know if I would call that easy, but hopefully that answers your question. All right. I appreciate your knowledge. I appreciate you, Batmom. Appreciate you for sure. Facts. Depends on what kind of cleaning you're going to provide. Okay, I think you were talking to Aaron Boggs. And sorry for the typos. Thank you. No worries. No worries. All right. It is now 3:00. Hopefully this was value for you. Hopefully you got some information. I'm get ready to get off and stop the live, but I am going to put into the chat the link to Clean Biz Network, also the link to the automations group course that would definitely benefit your business, no matter what stages you are in your business. Automating your business will definitely help, especially gives you time to kind of back away from the day-to-day cleaning and be able to grow and level up your business. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful and amazing day. Keep grinding. Don't let nothing stop you. And you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Y'all take care.
Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the #1 source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.